Okay, I want to talk about how consistent are you writing? You doing it every month, every week, every day? Oh. So I began writing in college, and I would just start, I was a rapper, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to write rap songs every day, yeah. And I got really into it, and then I found slowly that, the more picky I got with words, the longer it took me to write, or to get writing down on the paper. And so now in my old age, it's a different situation where I'm very choosy with the words that I use. And so I have a large notebook where the first like 10 or 20 pages just has words on them that rhyme or in a rhyme scheme or whatever. And then they have phrases that are particularly heavy, or they statements that kind of stick with me. And so I can pick from that when I'm writing. But my encouragement to you, if this works for you, is to write consistently. Like, keep writing even if you don't put it out. Keep making stories even if they don't see the light of, even if they don't see the lens of a camera. Keep doing it, because in the practice, and as I say, if you stay ready, you never have to get ready. In the practice, you'll always be elevating your relationship with yourself as an artist. And for me, if I don't write for a few days, I get out of whack. And that for me is kind of a problem, because sometimes I need to take a break and like just be at rest with it. I'll get into that a little bit later. But the frequency and consistency is only going to help you. And even if you take a little bit of time a day, just do it. Just get something down on the page. And even if you have to do a streamline of consciousness, do that. And the reason why I say this is because this may not work for you. That's a truth that I'm going to just put out there right now, because it doesn't work for everybody. But for me, this is what works, and I think that everybody else can benefit from it. What I see happen often is that a lot of artists, they stop when they finish a project, and then they are like, I'm gonna get back to this in a few months. They come back, and then it's years later, or it may never happen. They might have put that bass down, they just never picked it up. But when you engage with the consistency of writing, the consistency of creating, the expectation to put it out lifts and disappears, because you're just creating. And if you want to deal with the publicizing of it later, cool, you can do that. You can make a distinction between the creation and the promotion of it, which I think is a big deal. Not everything you create needs to go out to everybody. But my encouragement is to consistently write and to consistently practice whatever it is that your craft is, and stay in a tight relationship with it. And that doesn't mean ostracizing other people, which is what I've done. That doesn't mean, canceling jobs or, putting off other things like self-care, which is what I've done. And it just means develop a healthy relationship with your writing or with your craft. And once you do that, you're only going to be better for it, and you're only going to get deeper into that relationship of who you are with that craft. Because once you separate from it, it tends to get a little bit foreign, and sometimes people just, they never come back. And I've seen it happen very often. So this is my encouragement to you, to keep writing, keep the process going, keep practicing whatever it is that you're doing in art. And for me, my crazy ass, I write 3 or 4 hours a day. And so that's what I do. And sometimes in that hour, it may be a 20-minute video of me watching the UFC countdown for the next fight coming up. But that's my break, and I might be 30 on, 5 off, 30 on, 5 off. But however, I check in every day, because I gotta. And if I don't, I go crazy. Well, not necessarily, but I just know that for me, that's the way that I got to go. And maybe 3 to 4 hours is a lot for you. Maybe 3 to 4 hours is nothing for you. But whatever your consistency is, find it, stick with it. I don't really know how to segue into this, but I'm just doing it anyways. Go to my Patreon at patreon.com/Toussaint Morrison. I talk a lot more about process there. You can see a lot more of the process there, and all the things I'm creating: film, music, albums, all that good stuff. Conversations with other artists are there as well. So go and check that out, and you'll get a ton of kickbacks, and we give a bunch of free stuff away every month. And it's just a really dope platform for me to work from. And so check that out. And if you have any comments or questions, put them down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate it. Later.